put some respect on their name. This is a big homestand, man. This is critical, and the Knicks got the job done. Wasn't pretty. Knicks got the job done, and I was not the reason for the loss. So I'm happy about that. Happy to be back. Major victory on the first of a 6-game homestand, which is also major, as we fight to try to get into that 4-5, because ideally that's our sweet spot for the playoffs. Boston won again last night, beating Golden State. So we're trying to stay neck and neck with them, a game back behind them, now half a game back behind Boston and the Hawks. So all these games on this homestand are big. This Pelicans team is not better than us, but we had no Burks, who was a big factor in their first matchup. No Burks, who's out on the COVID protocol. We lost RJ with 4 minutes to go in the fourth, which was major. So we needed to find some sort of supplement on the offensive end. I thought Bullock was a key contributor, because we know he's not a two-half guy. We know he's primarily a first-half offensive guy. Defensively, he did the best that he could on Ingram, and I thought he did a fairly solid job. But the three-pointer from the corner to tie it in over to send it into overtime, and then he hit another big three in overtime to kind of put the game away. I thought Bullock was clutch. Another game ball I'm going to give to Derrick Rose. Once again, I thought Derrick Rose was instrumental in being that floor general that we needed. He went 5 for 5 in the fourth quarter and overtime, including a couple dimes to Bullock and a key block. He tipped that Bledsoe shot for Bledsoe was trying to win the game. There's still 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So Derrick Rose was able to tip that shot. So his defense was key. His playmaking was key.
It was really sloppy in that first quarter. But in the first half, it looked like we were going to play all right. But that third quarter killed us. We survived, man. We survived. A lot of blunders we're going to talk about, I'm sure. Referees, everything under the sun. But what's important and what I want to focus on is we got 6 in a row, another dub. Continuing Julius Randle's amazing stretch of games. Get that man player of the week. Then we're going to put him on NBA. Give him player of the month. I don't care.
Obviously, Julius Randle led the charge, 33. You have Derrick Rose with 23. Then you have Bullock, 15. Plus that clutch shot that brought us into overtime. Nerlens Noel with 12. My 9 God with 18. This is everybody getting involved in the offense. Everybody putting up points. Everybody being on those boards. And yes, there were some interesting parts of the game. Some scary parts, if you will. It was a little bit defensively lacking, if you will. I think we got a little bit too lax in the third quarter, which is why the Pelicans were able to go on that run. But when you go through runs like that, but you have everybody contributing on the offense, it is spectacular to watch, and it's beneficial for what you're trying to do as a team, which is win. And in this situation, continue the trajectory you're on to get into those playoffs, to get a good seeding in the playoffs.
Major.
And this is the type of basketball that I love to see from the Knicks, because yes, it's great to see Julius Randle put up these big numbers. It's great to see RJ go off, but it's even more exciting and more hopeful as a fan to see everybody getting involved in some capacity.
Like you just said, everyone else stepped up when it mattered. I understand we had that third quarter that was looking rough, but when it counted, we had Reggie Bullock who hit that very key unexpected clutch shot. Yeah, we had that moment, the tip from Derrick Rose, and even Nerlens Noel, who we lost. We thought that he was going to be out for a minute. He had that key block, back-to-back games.
They tried him.
Damn near the same play.
When will they learn, bro?
All-star, Mr. Length. He thought he can go over there and try Nerlens Noel.
When will they learn?
I'm telling you, keep trying. 2 in a row. We got 6 wins in a row. We got 2 key blocks in a row, as it just happens in my highlights I'm seeing right now. Everybody played their part when it mattered. We had that rough third quarter, had a little bit of a rough start in that fourth, but when it mattered, when the Pelicans did not do their job and try to seal the deal, when they had us, they had us, like they had us in the corner, and they had every opportunity to take us out. They didn't do it, and the Knicks did what they're supposed to do, and I was really proud to see that, and we closed out that game.
It's a matinee game, man, so anything can happen, and even though we got out to that slow start, Julie started really cooking. He was flaming Zion, especially in that second quarter, so I like that duel. They were going at it. Julius 33, 10 dimes, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, so another monster all-star effort from Julius when we needed it. 47 minutes for Julius tonight, so definitely earned all of that. As we mentioned, Noel, 12 points, 8 boards for Noel. Again, stepping up when we needed him to.
Yeah, this was, like I said, this was collective basketball. It feels good to see it because you know that this team is capable of it. And when it comes to the postseason, it can't just be one guy out there carrying the team. Although that's fun to watch, this is the type of basketball that gets you far in the postseason. is everybody getting involved in some capacity. Obviously, there's always going to be that one guy who puts up the most points. In this case, it's probably going to be Julius Randle. But everybody's, I mean, if you look, we had Nerlens Noel, you had Derrick Rose, you had Julius Randle, you had RJ Barrett, you had Bullock, all in double digits. That makes a huge difference, especially in the postseason when the game does slow down. And yes, you're not always going to get a 30-plus night from Julius Randle, and you may even get an off night from him. We've seen that before, but having a supporting cast that can kind of uplift you until you can kind of figure it out, or even carry the load if you're not, going to be able to put up those massive points on the board, is a huge difference maker when it comes to the postseason.
First things first, man, like at the end of the day, granted, we played terrible in the third quarter. We wasn't making any shots, turning the ball over. But this is the gritty Knicks, man. We really came back and we won this game. I thought the refereeing was just ridiculous. I mean, the Pelicans shot 30 free throws. I mean, that's just crazy. But at the end of the day, I really like the fact that, Randle has been consistent, 33 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds. And I thought Rose played a big part as well, man, because, we really wouldn't have been in this game if you want to hit that three to keep us in touch at the end of the game, And then with Bullock, making that three, I mean, I jumped out the window, bro. I was so hyped. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. He made this? And, it was, it's just, you can just see that this team is different. Kevin Durant got hurt tonight, so you don't know what that's going to be, and in the end, we got some winnable games, man. We really do. And, we got Charlotte coming up in Atlanta. If you want to be that, 4th or 5th range, we're going to really have to win these next 2 games. It's really important.
I just want to talk about, kind of go back to the D-Rose starting lineup discussion, because I think Alfred, I don't even want to say his name, number 6, the one who shouldn't be spoken of. He can always get to the hoop, but he can just never finish. It's really a struggle for him. And D-Rose, you see him when he comes out with that second team, he's a floor general. He's making that. Oh my God! You should have been there at the Garden when he passed to Reggie for that clutch shot. It was amazing, bro. And I do okay. In an ideal world, I would want to see Rose starting, but then who do we have leading that second team? We had no Burks tonight, no Mr. Fourth Quarter, and we still sealed the deal. I think everyone underestimates Reggie as a pure shooter. I think he's one of the purest shooters on our team, and he really proved himself tonight and in the past few games. Let's go New York Knicks tape, baby.
Yeah, the Rose Payton dynamic is going to bear watching. Does Tibbs switch the strategy going into the playoffs? When Burks gets back, do you throw Burks in there? See, the thing is, I don't see him removing Payton, period. And that's the thing. So, as Ash said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think you go to Payton early. You see how he does on defense. You see how he does attacking the rim if he gets you some buckets there. And then you make your adjustments. As you know, you have, when Burks comes back, you could slot him in there. You could slot Rose in there. You have that versatility. So I think that's where they'll go.
You know what I'm saying? I had this game uptown. I mean, whoa. Had to tell the New Orleans Pelicans, I mean, no. Got a shout out to my man D Rose. Nobody ever thought we win 6 in a row. More or less, more so. I rip your torso. I live a fast life. Come through in the car slow like, whoa. Give my man Julius his, you know what I'm saying, his props. Give RJ his props, you know what I'm saying? We missed Perks a little bit, but you see what D Rose, he got the vertical back tonight. He up in the air. Forget the lob. He swung it to the left hand and laid that up. D Rose is on one, you know what I'm saying? Everybody doing what they got to do, man. You got to love it. You got to appreciate it, man.